vandaag ga ik praten met een man die over een paar uur de tent iets verderop en iets groter op zijn kop gaat zetten. Hij heeft geweldige fragmenten uitgekozen en hij gaat vertellen over zijn muziekliefde. Hier is Felix van de Cat Empire. So Felix, how are you?
I'm well, thanks. Yeah.
We asked you about your musical influences, and we're going to start off with the beginning of a movie, a 1995 movie, Desperado.
Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay,
I spent a lot of time in the country growing up. It was one of the only VHSs that we had, and so if I wanted to watch a film at night, I'd usually watch this one in the country. There was something about how ridiculous it was and also how violent it was. But this idea of there being a seething kind of energy in music, which is very linked to something violent, not literally physically shooting people, which is what the metaphor of the guitar case full of guns is. I'd like to try and explore that idea with a bit more depth these days, but that's, chorus is our weapons or our instruments.
One of your biggest, can I say heroes, Bruce Springsteen?
You know, those 70s and 80s artists, you know, rock artists really kind of influenced me a lot then. And yeah, I think he's a bit of a hero.
Bruce Springsteen.
Show me there in that chair wrestler upstairs.
You could say Bruce Springsteen sort of embodies the myth of rock and roll, also the myth that when you play music, it keeps you young.
He does keep people young, and I think that fun in music, that really pure joy, is something that I've experienced maybe first with him and then later with very different styles of music and very different types of artists, and often things that are much quieter, but that spark, whatever that is what I'm interested in trying to be a part of.
We're going to watch the next clip. It's Manu Chao. What kind of influence did he have on you?
Someone had a tape. They'd been to France when Manu Chao released Clandestino, I think. And I thought it was the most amazing sound. He was singing in 3 different languages. Again, it was using a lot of those chords that I was talking about in Desperado, and it really just captured my imagination.
We're going to watch the song.
Solo voy con mi pena, sola va mi condena. Correré mi destino para burlar la ley.
He's in his 60s and he's playing like a teenager. It's unbelievable how much energy that man has. The clandestino, this idea is very relevant to how I feel about a very strong political issue. People have often asked me about politics in music, and I think it's often a very difficult line for a band to be preaching, for example, and not to be achieving much by saying something to get a response. And that word clandestino, what it means, sung in such an almost childish way, has had more, I think, influence on people's, on my political views on this thing, and moves me more emotionally to an interesting point than anything else. And
we're going to do something kind of groundbreaking now. You know that Lowlands is considered one of the most alternative festivals in Holland. It's the biggest alternative festival. And now we're going to watch 4 minutes of a band that is maybe considered the most mainstream pop band in the, in the history of music. We're going to watch Dire Straits.
there are a few bands that I could reference. I mean, Rage Against the Machine, funnily enough, is another one that has these amazing build-ups, these incredible, incredibly energetic, structured build-ups in songs.
It's the conclusion of all these things we watch that the things that influence you most in life are the things you see when you're a teen?
Well, the music that I heard during those times really stayed with me, and I have to kind of give it reference to that feeling. But no, I really believe that you can that you continue to grow and change.
You said it before, the tour is almost over. What's the first thing you're going to do when you're home?
I'm going to write. I love writing songs. Yeah.
But first, there's your show in a few hours. We're going to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen,
pleasure.
Felix from the Cat Empire.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. No pleasure.